Hi everyone, it's Miss Craig again. This is our Learn About It video for lesson 2 of week 7 of Angles of Elevation and Depression. I hope you are all well and taking care of yourselves. So first we're going to review parallel lines cut by a transversal. So just remember the only one we're going to review is alternate interior angles. It says if we have parallel lines and it's cut by a transversal, the angles that are on opposite sides of the transversal but inside the parallel lines are parallel. So for example, angles 2 and 3 are congruent and angles 6 and 7 are congruent. We're going to use that in our lesson today. So first we're going to talk about some definitions. So if we are talking about the angle of elevation, it's the angle that's formed by the horizontal line and your line of sight. So imagine like there's a line coming from your eye to the point that's above the line. So for example, angle 1 is our angle of elevation if we're standing at the tower and we're working towards the plane. So we're at the tower, we're looking towards the plane. Angle 1 is our elevation. Angle of depression is the horizontal line in our line of sight, but we are below the line. So angle 2 would be our angle of depression if we're at the plane and we're looking down towards the tower. So what we can conclude about angle 1 and angle 2, because of their alternate interior angles, is that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So we're looking at our angle of elevation. We are looking at, we have a line of sight. So here's our man. Say this is our line of sight. And the horizontal line, and we want to go above that horizontal line. So that'd be angle 2. If we are also at a horizontal line and we're standing at the tree at the line of sight, it would also be angle 4. We're looking at an angle of depression. So if we have a horizontal line and this line of sight and we're below the line, that'd be angle 1. And again, if we have a horizontal line and our line of sight and we're below the line, that would be angle 3. So we're looking at our alternate interior angles. We would have angle 1 and angle 2. We also have angle 3 and angle 4. All right, so we're going to apply these. So we have a plane is at an altitude of 3,500 feet, and the angle of elevation from the airport to the plane is 29 degrees, and we want to know that horizontal distance. So if we imagine here's our airplane, all right, and he's at an elevation of 3,500 feet, and here's our plane. You can imagine that this is our angle of elevation would be 29 degrees. And we want to find that horizontal distance. So we can use our trig functions in order to solve it. So I'm going to choose to use, since we have the two legs, we can use tangent. So if I say the tangent of 29 is equal to opposite over adjacent, And then I would cross multiply, so I'd have x times the tangent of 29 is equal to 3,500. Divide both sides by the tangent of 29. And I would get that x is equal to 6,314 feet. We have another one. Now we have that a climber is on the cliff that is 115 feet wide. The angle of depression from the edge where she stands to the bottom of the opposite side is 52 degrees. So I could imagine that here's my cliff. So she's up on a cliff. And here is the kind of bottom of the ravine there. So she's up on the cliff. There's kind of like the bottom of the floor. So they're telling me that this is 115 feet. And they're saying that here's her line of sight up on the cliff. The angle of depression, which would be below the line, is 52 degrees. And they want me to find what is the height of the cliff. So I can use my alternate interior. So if this is 52, this one would be 52 degrees. And then I can use from the 52 degrees, I could use tangent again. So let's call this A. So I could say the tangent of 52 is equal to opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is 115. So I'd have 115 times the tangent of 52 is equal to x. I would take that into my calculator and I would get that x is equal to 147 feet. Next one, suppose a ranger in a fire tower sees another fire and the angle of depression to the fire is 3 degrees. What is the horizontal distance to the tower? So I know I have my tower, all right, and they're telling me that that's the top of my tower, and here we are at the fire, and they're telling me my angle of depression, so below the line is 3 degrees. And they're telling me that my tower is 90 feet. And we want to find this. So if I know that my alternate area, if that one's 3 degrees, I know this one is 3 degrees. So I could say that the tangent of 3 degrees is equal to 90 over x. So x times the tangent of 30 is equal to 90. Divide both sides of 3. Divide both sides by the tangent of 3. And x is equal to 1,717 feet. So there are some additional videos on the Learn About It page. You can watch those. There'll be a video for the Try It. Check all your answers. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk soon.